The Access program originally started back in 2009. It grew out of the Homeless Coalition. There was a need. At the time, there was no shelter for women or families here in Ashland County. So a bunch of churches got together and modeled the program after Operation Homes in Medina and started offering homeless women and families a place to stay in churches overnight. The need in Ashland County, a lot of folks really do not realize how much homelessness there is in Ashland County. And there's several different reasons for why people are homeless. There is a large homeless population, and they're couch surfing. Last year, we served 60 people. 29 of them were children. We're more than just a homeless shelter. We serve as a hand up, not just a handout.
So access is really important in our community because we do have homeless people that live here, and I think that people are unaware of that, or it looks maybe a little bit different than it would in a bigger city where people are used to seeing people on the streets. But in Ashland, what that looks like more is people doubling up or living with family members, really insecure housing, and you don't want that with families.
We revamped the program and created guidelines and things that are going to help our guests be successful so that they can move from homelessness to stable housing. The Access guests can only stay for a maximum of 90 days. We found that our Access guests really were having a hard time finding housing. They were doing the program. They were doing everything right. They were putting tools in their toolbox, learning skills to help them be successful. They found employment, no problem. But finding somebody to rent to them was really a challenge. So a couple of years ago, we partnered with Aspen Management, and we rent a 2-bedroom apartment from them. And then the guests that we have that they're doing good, they're just kind of running out of time, we can transfer them to that transitional apartment. Last year, we were able then, with a grant from the Women's Fund, to open another transitional apartment with Aspen, and this one was a 1-bedroom apartment. We do a lot of budgeting with our Access guests, and if there's other skills that they need, some of our guests really like to learn more cooking skills and nutrition, things like that. Our Access guests tend to be very isolated, so every week having somebody contact you and say, hey, this is my week that our church is, we're gonna pray for you. Is there anything particular you want us to pray for you? And you'd be surprised how many guests I have that said, I've never had anybody pray specifically for me. This year, we are back to doing some of our signature fundraisers. Every spring, early summer, we have a vacation raffle. We have someone that donates the use of a 3-bedroom condo in North Myrtle Beach, and it's $10 for a ticket. First prize is the trip to the condo, and you can pick a time when you want to go, plus $200 cash. So not only a great vacation at the beach, but money to buy sunscreen. And then, or fly down there, or whatever you want to do, gas in your car. Second prize then is $300 cash. And then third prize is 2 one-day passes to Cedar Point. If a person would be interested in purchasing a raffle ticket, they can go to our website, ashlandaccess.com. Anytime anybody wants to know what's going on with the Access program, they can always call me personally, 419-685-1232.
Cathy is a passionate, tireless worker for our homeless population, and we're really lucky to have her leading an important organization.
Working here is a blessing. Don't tell my board, but I would pay them to let me do this job. It is so exciting to see women and families that are often at the lowest point in their life, and to see them believe in themselves and take it one step at a time, but to bring themselves to where they can have stable housing. Since we started, we've probably served close to 500 people, and they have to be from Ashland County. So, that's a lot of homeless folks whose lives have had an opportunity to be improved. If you took access out of Ashland County, there really wouldn't be any kind of temporary housing available. If an individual or a family is in need of access services, I encourage them to always first go to the Salvation Army Croc Center. Talk to Cindy or Michaela, and they do that. They kind of get the ball rolling. If we have an opening, we run the background checks, and assuming the background check comes back with not a history of violence, again, it's a safety thing, then we would enter the access guest into the program. I ask that people pray for our access guests. I ask them that if they feel compelled in any way to help access, give me a call.